This strategic briefing on wellness tourism is based on the research of Danny Kessler, PhD. As Korea's first doctorate in the field and associate professor at Dongsan University, his work defines the transition from general hospitality to specialized medical infrastructure. Within the global wellness and spa sector, water serves as the primary resource for nearly every service and facility. Because water is a globally ubiquitous resource, standard hydrotherapy offers very little geographical leverage. Almost every competing tourist destination on Earth can provide basic water access. To differentiate themselves, standard luxury spas rely on aesthetic design and interior architecture. Value is generated by artificial waterfalls rather than the water's biological properties. While these hospitality standards require significant capital, they can be easily replicated. Any city with a sufficient budget can mirror these architectural choices. A wellness business model built on replicable hospitality lacks a true competitive moat. Without a unique natural resource, the service remains a generic offering. When a service is easily copied, it functions as a generic commodity. The experience becomes a standard expectation rather than a specialized health intervention. In a commodity market, premium rates, providers are forced to compete primarily on price to attract customers who see no functional difference between one spa and the next. This relationship leads to a predictable erosion of pricing power. As saturation of generic wellness centers increases, profit margins decline. Escaping this commodity trap requires a strategic shift towards exclusivity. The focus must move from general hospitality toward the control of a geographically bound resource. An undisruptible advantage requires an asset that cannot be engineered or bought by a competitor. It must exist only within a specific geological context. Strategic success in the wellness industry depends on securing a unique natural environment. By moving beyond hospitality, a business can anchor itself to a resource that competitors cannot replicate. To fully understand this strategic advantage, we must examine the deep subterranean mechanisms that produce unique raw materials for health. Seawater seeps from the coast into deep, ancient volcanic rock layers, where it is subjected to high-pressure natural processing. These deep rock strata function as a large-scale natural filtration system. This environment physically and chemically alters the water as it moves through the earth. This filtration process removes biological impurities and microorganisms. The resulting water is clinically sterile and isolated from surface pollutants. As the sterile water passes through the volcanic strata, it absorbs rare trace minerals directly from the rock bed. The water becomes concentrated with elements such as vanadium, selenium, and zinc, minerals essential for advanced metabolic and dermatological hydrotherapy. This system functions as a high-precision geological factory, yielding a continuous supply of clinically controlled medical-grade water. This subterranean mechanism is the foundation of the wellness industry on Jeju Island. Jeju's permanent competitive moat is built on 400,000-year-old volcanic basalt, or 𝗀𝗄𝗏. The microscopic structure of 𝗀𝗄𝗏 is highly porous. This texture allows the rock to act as an effective natural filter for the island's water. This unique geological interaction produces Yongamhaesu, or lava seawater. A critical metric of Yongamhaesu is its thermal stability. Because it is stored deep underground, it maintains a constant temperature, regardless of the weather on the surface. This stable temperature, combined with clinical sterility, provides the necessary control for high-signal medical protocols and therapeutic interventions. Jeju's geological history creates an impenetrable barrier for competitors. No amount of capital can replicate a 400,000-year-old rock formation in a synthetic environment. This geological asset allows a shift from standard hydrotherapy to a macro-industrial wellness policy. The Jeju Lava Seawater Industrial Complex is the primary engine for this specialized production. Regional policy ensures this water is not used for generic bathing. It is treated as a high-value raw material for clinical and industrial use. This diagram illustrates the process of biomanufacturing health experiences. Raw water is diverted into specialized production lines for cosmetics, functional foods, and medicinal use. Clinical hydrotherapy represents the highest margin application of this pipeline, utilizing the water for specific medical outcomes. This infrastructure requires specialized equipment, such as underwater treadmills and resistance tanks, to fully utilize the physical and chemical properties of the lava seawater. Leveraging this unique resource transforms a wellness business from a service provider into an advanced biomanufacturer of health. This industrial model is strictly geographically bound to the exact location of the Hyunwam rockbed. Wellness professionals face a choice: compete in a crowded market as a commodity, or anchor their business to a unique geological asset. This localized anchor moves the business into exclusive territory with significantly higher profit margins. This geographical dependency creates a natural barrier to entry, protecting the business from global market saturation. Well-funded competitors in major cities like Seoul cannot disrupt this market because the physical geology of the island cannot be transported or artificially synthesized. Professionals must use their unique environment to protect their business operations. This requires the precision of a scientist and the foresight of a strategic player. Success in high-value tourism belongs to those who monopolize a non-replicable natural environment. This concludes the strategic briefing.